626 viewer comments, part 3. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start with Miss For Sure. Back in the present, now I want to know, is Ito, Minato, and Naruto will reunite? Dream come true. Great review as always. Hey, I appreciate the encouragement. The conversations, aren't we waiting for a lot of these things? Are we not? Minato and his and even better than his son, right? Is Obito. Wow. I think we all have our own particulars. The Obito and Minato talking. Oh, Sensei, by the way, I turned evil and I'm going to kill everybody and we're all going to live in a dream world. And, okay, yeah, that's going to be pretty dang interesting. And oh, by the way, well, anyway, I won't get into the rest of it. But, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to move on. All right. GTR Master 2000. Okay, I think someone else saved Madara. Yes, he definitely had some help. His body just disappearing. I mean, come on, that would have created problems. So some Uchiha probably came to get his, because that's what you would think would be natural, right? He dies. A few of his Uchiha close relatives come in to get him, and of course, but I think they went and put him in his place, the plan that they had. So yeah, he definitely had help. But anyway, and I just had the feeling there was a third party involved. Hashirama said he was positive he was dead. Also, after Hashirama dies, why would Madara just sit there doing nothing? And he would go after Tobirama. There's no reason for him to stay quiet for 100 years. He didn't just stay shut away because he was planning. Well, he was kind of messed up. What was the plan to wait till everyone strong died? Looks that way, actually. The main question I want to answer is, why did Tobirama create his reanimation jutsu? Okay, well, the first thing is I suspect for whatever reason he was waiting for an Obito-type descendant. And plus, that whole thing to me was a big-time setup, okay, with Obito. That's just the way it looks to me. I think he had to get hurt. The whole thing was set up by Madara. But for whatever reason, the abilities that Obito had were what he needed to help execute his end of the plan. That's my own thinking. So anyway, and Tobirama. Okay. Well, anyway, to continue on with your comments, GTR Master 2000's comments. I just had an interesting thought. What if Madara is actually the hero of all this? Let me explain. He realizes that the only way to truly get the world to stop its fighting is to force them all to team up against one. The enemy of my enemy is my friend type. Yeah, that's a type of deal. So Madara paints himself as a wicked person that needs to be stopped, and there's actually was never any plan for the infinite Tsukuyomi. It was all made up in an effort to have everyone united, pulling a Itachi on us. I've heard this before. I don't agree with it, but I've been wrong before. So, and I've already kind of explained my issues with that. Like I say, it's a great plan. It would be awesome if it actually happens, but it had to be done in a convincing manner, which really would kind of change things. All right, appreciate the comments. And let's see, Arvin9275. Don't forget that he is still able to use Izanagi to survive Hashirama's lethal hit, and that would also explain why he only had one eye when he met Obito. And I actually already made a comment on yours. Okay, the one eye thing is, well, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if he already had some of, Hashirama's cells, and he already had some spare eyes on him somewhere, okay, like Danzo, if he had already had this set up, right? Then yeah, he could use that. But he didn't use his eyes. I mean, it's obvious he didn't burn his eyes, right? So, but that gets past that issue. So the eye issue of not burning his eyes, he had somewhere implanted something on him through cells that he's already got from the first. So, okay, fine. All right, solves that problem. And then the problem that I had, which maybe isn't a problem, okay, because as I've taught, listening to everybody's ideas on this, now Izanagi would have healed him up all the way. Right, he would have had his dream illusion, and it would. But as I'm reading people, the ability to create the illusion what if he didn't heal himself up all the way? He didn't. His plan was to make it really look like he died in the illusion, right? So it made sure that it, and then he, then his body got picked up by some of his people close to him, but he made it too close, which is what it seems like. He was too close. The illusion was a little too real, I guess. So that could have been, right, because he has the control to make it whatever he wants. So it doesn't automatically full health. It's what you want. So could have happened. Could have. Under these, it could have happened. So anyway, it's an idea that I'm liking more and more. Actually, the more I think about it, I really do appreciate everybody here on the channel bringing that up, because that is, I definitely wouldn't have thought of the idea like this, and I definitely wouldn't have thought through it the same way. So I really do appreciate the comments. Comment Bob 9. I think that Danzo needed Hashirama's cells in order to implant the eyes in his arm. Yes, he did. And Madara didn't get a hold of Hashi's cells until this battle. I doubt that he could use another Sharingan or for Izanagi, although I could be wrong. But like you said, we know he did sacrifice one of his own eyes because he gave them both to Nagato. Yes, that is absolutely correct. And this comment was the most voted, but it was 3. And there were no other, I didn't see anything else, so the voting is kind of, I don't know, YouTube gets kind of, there's a lot of issues with them, and so and I've had people tell me that in the past with the voting. They've tried to vote for things and it doesn't register, so I don't know. We'll just work around it. So that's why I didn't start off with the 2 most top voted comments, because there was like 1 voted comment. So, and that was it. Coney Bob 9 this week, so there we go. Michael Gethman. If he did use Izanagi at the battle, wouldn't that mess with what we already know? When Obito meets Madara, he only has one eye, but says he gave his pair to another person, aka Pain. Either Madara had a stash of EMS hidden somewhere, or timeline would alter because you go from MS to EMS to Renegon. Hopefully that gets explained sometime. Appreciate the comment. Mr. R. JC 23. Okay, that blow would normally kill him, but with Hashirama's DNA keeping him alive, but not in the shape to fight again, just alive. That's why he changed his plans. He was probably trying to do what he is doing now after killing Hashirama, but he was never able to. Sorry for making it too long. Okay, I think you made more comments. Oh, like 3 comments on here, that's fine. Keep going, make more. This is how I think it went down. Okay, and I'm not reading these things in order a lot of times. I legitimately think that Madara was trying to kill Hashi. He knew that as long as Hashi was alive, he would not be able to make his dream come true, plan come into fruition. They also fought many times before Madara probably took some Hashirama DNA at one of those fights. I like that idea. And had already put some on his body by the time that fight. And as you know, Hashirama could cure his wounds, so he'd explain why Madara didn't die after the final blow. I don't think he knew it. He needed to have the Sharingan activate to see that clone. No. I don't believe that's true. I don't think that that's true. Well, wait a minute. Madara said, I will finish the rest of your statement. He did say that he was the only person that could tell that his clone from himself, but actually he did. I don't know what eye level's in. So you could be true. You could be correct on that. Okay, so I guess that you could be right on that. Okay, so I don't know what level he needed to see, but he definitely was the only one that could distinguish his clone from him. So anyway, okay, continuing on, which he did have because he ran out of chakra. That's what I think. That's why I make you think. You make a great point, great review. Hey, I appreciate the encouragement. Wow, yes. But then again, like I say, at what point? What part of this is illusion? I like the way this is going down. Okay, the whole idea of this is now of really the. I like this. I like the whole idea of the illusion thing, being able to, and like I say, maybe he didn't heal himself up enough. He went a little too far, made it a little too realistic, and but Dara almost didn't make it. So anyway, but that was he knew he was never going to beat Hashirama, so he had to wait for everybody to die, and then waiting for some and the timing. There may be some kind of big galactic thing, who knows, whatever that was going to happen so many generations down, and that's why he had to have everything planned, right? He's waiting for Nagato, and he's waiting for all these other things. So there's probably definitely more things going down than we are even remotely aware. It looks like I'm going to have one more video. This is, whenever you're ready, meet up in part 4.